Hey, it's me, Raika. Today we're going to have a look at the brand new Wandering Balloon event, the Fractured Gallery. Now, from the epic rewards, we get 10 summoning scrolls. Then from the common rewards, we get a variety choice chest, which includes both gold, EXP, and dust, a bit of purple stones, signature item upgrades, and a couple of reset tokens. So let's head in and see what this adventure is all about. So when we start this adventure, we'll see that there are these little islands that we have to move around. Now we'll have to use these little teleporters over here, and this will allow us to move from either the right hand side or to the left hand side of the map. Now you'll have to complete this event a total number of 2 times, either going the right direction or the left direction in order to claim all the rewards. Now when you defeat enemies, behind each enemy will have a little red cards. Now each of these red cards will have a negative effect that will affect your team. Now as we can see here from this specific card over here, this relic reduces allied heroes attack rating for 5% for every victory that the player has, up to a maximum of 15%. So when you have a significant amount of cards, it might make this event much more challenging to complete and you might struggle. So if you're struggling, you can always hire a mercenary from your friends or from your guild's heroes list. So you can have a look at all these cards that you have already acquired by clicking on the relics over here. And this is one of the ones I've already acquired. Now you have to decide right at the beginning, either you want to go right or left. Now, once you've chosen a path, you have to go along all the right paths, essentially going right every single time when you go through a portal. So as we can see here, left island or right island. Because if you chop and change moving between these specific left and right islands, you might miss out on some of the rewards and you'll have to do this event multiple times in order to complete it. Now, the way I'm going to show it is doing this event twice and getting all the rewards in both of these specific retries. So this specific event, I'm going the right-hand side in particular. So make sure you have a very strong team when you're attempting this challenge, as you might struggle as you get further along when completing these various enemies. So at the beginning, these enemies are common. However, when you get further down the line, these enemies become elite and some of them even become bosses which you have to fight right at the end. So now as we are standing on this island, we can make a decision. Either go through this mercenary camp over here where we can get a few extra heroes, or we can get a relic card over here. Now these are legendary, as we can see here. However, we'll only be able to get this card if we choose the right island. So I'm going to choose the right island over here, as you can see, and I'm going to pick up more damage, a bit of defense, or an execute at below 15%. So I'm going to go for more damage. All right. So now we have a choice. Either go for this island or the left-hand island. If you go through the portal, you cannot track back in order to reverse your position. The only way you can move is going up in islands as you move further and further through the portals. So I'm going to go for the rewards over here. So I'm going to choose the left-hand island. All right. So I'm going to defeat these enemies over here. So just simply use your strongest team so you can easily defeat all of these enemies with one simple ult. There we go, we have claimed victory, and now we gained another negative relic. So now we may have to make a decision, either going left or going right. So I'm going to choose going right, as this is the right run, where I go always right for these specific islands in order to get the maximum amount of rewards. Now, once you've completed the rewards for the right side, then you simply redo the event going the left-hand side, and then you'll be able to collect all the rewards on both halves of the specific map. There we go, we've defeated these enemies, and now this little portal opened. There we go, now we can move along to the next direction. So as we can see here, if I take this portal, I will skip this entire island and I'll move on to the boss stage. So as we can see here, these two are the last two places which I can go. However, if I take this portal over here, then I'll be able to attack this enemy over here and claim all of the rewards for the right hand side. So I'm going to first defeat these enemies over here before I move on to the left hand side and take those various enemies. There we go, defeated these enemies. I'm going to claim the reward and I'm going to move on to the next couple of portals. There we go. So do not take this portal over here. Simply go down to this portal and take the right portal. Now this will teleport me to this island over here. In the next run, you'll use the other side and you'll claim the rewards from the other half. So just defeat these enemies. There we go, we've defeated them, and now we can move on and collect the reward for this side. There we go. So now we have a choice. Either the right island, so that will be this one over here, or this one over here. So I'm going to take the left one to be able to acquire these rewards over here. So we're going to go left, attack these enemies. So having a couple of healers in your team and a bit of support will make this event much more easier in order to deal with these enemies, as some of these enemies can last slightly longer than usual. So you want to have enough sustain and to be able to tank all the enemies' damage. So this portal will take us either to the resurrection site over here if you've lost a hero, or you can go to the left hand side to get this revitalizing shrine. So this will heal up all your heroes by 50%. So we can choose either one. So I'm going to choose the revitalized shrine as I have not lost any of my heroes. And as we can see, there are no further portals there going to the right side. So I'm going to attack these enemies, defeat them. So as we can see, as we slowly progress through this event, the enemies get much more powerful and they become much more difficult to fight. There we go. We've defeated the next enemy and now we will attack the final boss. Alright, we've claimed victory, gained another negative relic, and now we will be attacking the final boss. So now we choose left as there are no other islands. So this is the final boss. So this boss might be a bit challenging. However, if you have a couple of mercenaries, you can make this event a cakewalk. There we go, we've defeated them. And we can now claim the final reward. So there we go, that's the final reward. So from here, as we can see, when we step on this specific tower over here, we cannot move back. So what you simply do, you click finish, and then you click begin adventure again. So now instead of starting on the right hand side, you'll be moving along on the left hand side, and all of your negative relics will be removed. So now you simply start fresh and you can simply keep on defeating the enemies as you were.